Let's set up and plan out a week in my Hobonichi Cousin. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Torey, and today we are planning out the week of August 11th through August 17th in my Hobonichi Cousin. I am using a printable kit from PrintPetticoatBandit on Etsy. This is a Hobonichi Cousin weekly kit that I am using right now, but I also downloaded a couple of other options under this same theme as well. Mostly like the alcohol inks, I believe, and then just some of the decorative elements as well. So right now, I am using the weekly date covers to just cover up the Monday through Sunday, which I have not done before in a weekly setup like ever in my Hobonichi. So I thought that this was really exciting. I'm using some of the washi strips to add a little bit of decoration to the bottom of my page, and then I'm just gonna start laying stuff out. I will be planning this week a little bit differently than I normally do. Normally in my Hobonichi, I tend to stick to memory planning, where I will come in either kind of throughout the day or at the end of the day and just add little notes of random things that happened during that day. For this particular week, I decided to try actually planning in here, still kind of following the same theme of like memory planning, but more listing it out like when it's actually happening, if that makes sense, which I don't know if it really worked super well, since I do like to use this as like a memory spread. So having everything, or trying to lay everything out in the timeline format, I found to be very, very difficult. But you know, you don't know until you try, I guess. So as we go through this video, you will see that I am trying to block out the times of day that I am actually at work, and then what I'm doing after work and all that good stuff, which is, again, very different from how I normally use these weekly pages. So it was a nice experiment, to say the very least, and I immediately switched back to the other way that I was planning on these weekly pages for the following week, but it was a good thing to try, definitely. I used some Coffee Monsters Co. stickers, some washi icon stickers, and a days of the week sticker to get my weekly habits section laid out, as well as plan out the videos that I was going to post for this week as well. I do think I only ended up posting one of those videos though, because I did end up getting sick this week. And when I get sick, I literally just never want to do anything. So I didn't really do anything. And that is still kind of happening. I'm basically still recovering. Since I do have diabetes, it does take me a lot longer to recover from sicknesses. So I'm still kind of at the tail end of things, which means that I've been avoiding recording videos, because otherwise I would be coughing and all that kind of stuff the whole time. So there we go. I did mark the very first day of school for my kids, which was Monday, August 11th. And then I'm going to add some more of the decorative pieces to the spread as well, just to kind of add some decorations in. One of the things that I really, really liked about this particular printable kit was the lace stickers. And it's kind of like, I'm guessing like a lace washi, or I think that's what the intention was. But I really, really liked it. And I used that lace washi kind of at the very top of my page to separate where I put like my main event of the day or my video uploads from the actual rest of the planning space. It was very, very thin, so it didn't actually take up too much of the actual planning space, which in this week I did end up needing, since I was trying to plan out everything or remember everything in the times that it actually happened. So I do need kind of a little bit earlier in the day, if you will, because I do log into work either at 7:30, 7:45 sometimes. So I do need to have those time slots available this week to actually mark off when I will be working. And I started filling in a couple of things for Monday and then switched back to decorating. And these alcohol, like ink stickers, I printed those on clear sticker paper because I thought that they would make really, really nice background elements, and they did. I really like those. And then just am adding more of the decorative stickers throughout the actual spread itself. There is on one of these sheets of stickers some more of the like lace stickers, but they're much skinnier than the ones that I have at the top of the page. And what I will end up doing is using those tiny lace stickers. They basically cover one day. I'm going to use those and place them at the end of each of my work days. So as soon as I am like logging off of work, I'm placing that sticker right there, and it's going to be like that for the rest of the week, which I thought was super fun, and I really liked it. I am adding a sticker to Wednesday at 10 a.m., I believe, or 9 a.m., something like that, because I wanted to mark the Archer and Olive release, because I wanted to get that bookshelf notebook that they came out with for the fall release this year, specifically because I am going to be using that notebook, I think, and creating a reading journal to give away on my channel. So if you are interested in that, make sure that you are subscribed so that you can get the notification or whatever when that video comes out. I'm thinking that I want to have that uploaded in November, but I'm very, very excited for it. I'm already kind of prepping and planning and making sure I've got everything that I can set up for that. So I wanted to note that during my week so that I could remember to log on and try and get my hands on one of those notebooks. And spoiler alert, I did. So it will definitely be happening. Yay! I also will be coming in and adding other things as well. Actually kind of planning those out with stickers, just because I had a few things this week that I actually had plans for. So I will be basically coming in, I think later on in the video, to add those in, because at the time that I was recording, I definitely forgot. So I'll come in on another day and add those things in. I am finishing filling out all of the other random things that happened on Monday, and then just adding in the lines for all of my shifts for the week at work, which is, again, like I said, 7:45 to 4:45 usually. Sometimes I'll log in a little bit early and stay a little bit late, but for the most part, I just put down my regular shift for these days, because I'm trying to not work so much overtime. So I figured if I had it planned out in my calendar the way that it's supposed to be, that maybe I'd adhere to it. Does that make sense? Hopefully. I'm then going to add those little lace stickers to the bottom of each of my work shifts. And a little bit later on in the video, I will add some like random words and stuff for the work slot, because I don't like to put things that I'm doing in my actual day job in my planner, because I do share this online, and that makes me feel icky and iffy, and I don't like to do that. So what I will end up doing, because I felt like it was just so much empty space, like it felt wasted. A couple of these days I might add like a lunch slot or something like that. But then on some of the other days, I'm just going to fill in that space with a couple, like a sentence or some letters or something like that to describe kind of how the day went. So on Tuesday, which is what I am recording right now. I did have to take my lunch very, very late so that I could pick my kids up from school. And if I do that on days that I'm working in the office, I will take a late lunch, drive home, pick my kids up, get them in their rooms doing their homework, and then log back in at the end of my lunch break and continue working. So that's something that I did end up doing on that day. And then I just really am putting down some video editing, video recording type things on these days. Another thing that I'm not 100% sure that I really liked about this particular way of journaling is that I did put things that I wanted to do down before I actually did them. And I didn't like that I would have had to cross things out if I didn't actually end up doing them. Like I said, I did end up being sick this week. Like I think it was Friday or Saturday that I officially became sick. I was having a couple of symptoms a little bit earlier in the week, but like it full blown hit me Friday, Saturday, something like that. So I didn't actually end up getting too much finished, like period. And I was just really unhappy with the fact that I had written things down and I didn't get them done. Yeah, that's pretty much how it was, is that I wrote it down and I didn't want to have like a whole bunch of just cross-outs of things that I didn't end up doing. A lot of stuff I did start and do like tiny bits of here and there throughout the week, just so I could say that I at least started it and not have to cross it out completely. But most of these things, because that's what I was doing, so I didn't have to cross it out, I'm just basically going to end up rewriting them over and over again for the whole week, which I don't really like too much because, again, if I was just doing this the normal way, I wouldn't have written it down until I actually finished the thing. So I am on Wednesday now. I did add a lunch break in my actual work shift, and I did absolutely nothing Wednesday after I got home from work and just laid in bed. I did absolutely nothing. I think this is when I started not feeling super well. So I just put a sticker down from the Coffee Monsters code that says rotting in bed and had my phone and was just playing games. Like, I wasn't doing anything on Wednesday. I did have a doctor's appointment scheduled for Thursday morning, so I went ahead and I added a sticker for that, and then kind of noted down at the end of the day that how many orders I packed, some video stuff that I was going to be working on. I'm basically, again, just reiterating that I wanted to continue editing some videos and kind of getting that set up. Actually, I think I mentioned at the beginning of this video that I didn't schedule 2 videos uploads this week, and I did. So yay, go me. I was currently reading at this time a book called Himbo Hitman, which I'm still reading. August is always my worst reading month. I've literally only started one book this month and I'm still reading it, and I don't even think there's that many pages in it. So that's that. I added a little section that said that the workday was busy and productive and just put a sticker in there. And then for Friday, I added a little bubble letter of just chaos, because this Friday was very, very chaotic. Like, everything was just doing everything while I was at work. So it was a very chaotic day. On Saturday, I had plans to meet my friend at the mall. And then on Sunday, I had like a work thing that I needed to log in for. So I just noted that as well, because normally my place of work is closed on Sundays, but there's periodically some things that happen on Sundays while we're closed. So I did note that in there as well. I had also on Friday written that I was going to do some design work, I believe. Actually, what I'm writing here is to continue doing that editing, because again, I'm just kind of reiterating that over and over again, I guess, until I end up finally finishing it. I did fill in that box sticker that I added to Saturday with just bubble letters that said mall. And I pulled out a Tombow and I'm just coloring in any and all of the bubble letters that I have created or added to this spread so far this week. I will say, just randomly off topic, I think that like I feel like I sound like I'm very much out of breath, and just I know I said this already, but I am still recovering from sickness and I am out of breath because I'm talking. So I apologize if that's like weird or uncomfortable to listen to. I did add some more bubble letters to Sunday that just said lazy day, because my plan for Sunday was to fully just have a very, very lazy day. The design work stuff I did add to Saturday, and I didn't end up actually doing this, but I didn't cross it off because I just didn't want to, I guess. Because I did, after the mall, realize that I was actually feeling very sick. So I just came home and just rested for the rest of the day. I may have actually started one of the alphas that I noted down here, but I don't think I got very far on it. So I just added some bubble letters to this day saying sick, because I did officially succumb to my sickness by the time the day ended and just admitted that I was sick. I also was really, really getting into a new game Friday and Saturday, and it is called Fantasy Life I, and I love it so much. Like, if you like Animal Crossing New Horizons or any of like the Legend of Zelda games, it is one that I would fully recommend trying. Right now, like, the date is August 25th, and I literally just beat like the actual storyline of the game last night. So good. I love it so much. So if you like either of those games, definitely check it out. I'm adding a little bit more coloring to the actual rest of the bubble letters that I've colored in. And that's it. That's my whole week. I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.